So listen to this. This guy builds a private harem by conning the Catholic Church. The guy's name is Martin Frankel. And he isn't some criminal mastermind. He's a reclusive financial nerd who uses his genius to steal over $200 million. This story is insane. It starts with Marty. He's a quiet kid from Ohio. He's not good with people. He's awkward. But he is an absolute wizard with numbers. A total genius. But he's also obsessed with astrology. Like he won't make a single move without checking the stars first. It's his whole personality. He gets into stock trading, makes some money, but he can't help himself. He starts playing dirty, making trades for clients without their permission. The feds catch on quick and bar him from trading securities for life. For most people, that's game over. For Frankel, this is just the beginning. He thinks, okay, I can't trade stocks, so I'll just buy the whole damn company instead. He finds a loophole. The ban doesn't stop him from owning an insurance company, so he finds these small, sleepy, barely surviving insurance companies down south. These aren't the big players. They're tiny mom-and-pop operations. He buys one, then another, and another. He ends up with a whole portfolio of them, across Tennessee, Missouri, Oklahoma, all over. And here's the con. It's so simple, it's brilliant. Every insurance company has this giant pot of money, right? It's the cash people pay for their premiums. It's supposed to sit there, safe, waiting to pay out claims. It's called the reserves. It's regulated. It's not supposed to be touched. Frankel sees this, and his eyes light up. He realizes he can take all the reserves from all his different companies and just put it all into one giant bank account that only he controls. It's a $200 million personal piggy bank. Regulators are supposed to check on this stuff. So when they ask, he just lies. He invents fake companies. He creates phony statements showing the money is invested with this big-shot Swiss firm. It's all fake. The money isn't in Switzerland, it's in his personal vault, and he starts to spend it. Now we get to the kingdom. With unlimited stolen cash, this quiet nerd decides to build his own little world. He buys 2 massive mansions right next to each other in Greenwich, Connecticut, the richest neighborhood in the country. He connects them with a hallway, creating one whole-ass compound. He puts up massive fences, security cameras everywhere. It's a fortress. Then he needs subjects for his kingdom. He starts placing these cryptic ads in magazines, looking for female financial assistants to join a research project. No experience necessary. The only requirements are that they have to be open-minded and adventurous. Women respond. They show up to this compound, and it's a cult. Frankel becomes their guru, their king. He gives them new names. He makes them sign non-disclosure agreements. They live in the mansion, paid for by the stolen insurance money. But they aren't assistants. They're his harem. And the rules are nuts. Frankel is still obsessed with astrology, so he uses it to control them. He makes them do these bizarre rituals based on their star charts. He has this whole system he calls SMART, which is just some nonsense he made up. He films everything, constant surveillance. He's living out this wild fantasy. He has dozens of women, a garage full of luxury cars, buying diamonds, gold, anything he wants, all while hiding from the world inside his compound. He never leaves. He's so paranoid he communicates with his employees using notes and closed-circuit TVs. Even when they're in the next room, this goes on for years. This reclusive turd is living like a Roman emperor on Middle America's insurance payments. But $200 million is hard to hide. The numbers are getting too big. So Frankel needs a better way to launder the cash. He needs the ultimate cover. And this is where he goes from a con man to a legend of audacity. He decides his cover is going to be God himself. He creates a phony charity called the Saint, Francis of Assisi Foundation. The goal, he says, is to fund Catholic hospitals and charities around the world. He needs someone to make it look legit, so he finds this guy, Monsignor Emilio Colagiovanni, a real-deal official who used to work at the Vatican. The Monsignor is totally fooled. He thinks Frankel is some mysterious, devout billionaire who wants to help the poor. So now, Frankel has the Pope's seal of approval, basically. He tells the insurance regulators he's investing their money with this Holy Catholic Foundation. No one questions the church, right? It's the perfect front. He's literally using the Vatican as his money laundering service to fund his cult. The sheer nerve. But the scam is getting too big. It's a house of cards, and someone finally decides to pull one out. An auditor down in Mississippi gets a funny feeling. He's looking at the books for one of Frankel's tiny companies, and it just doesn't make sense. The amount of money is too big. The investments look weird. He starts making calls. He calls a regulator in Tennessee, then one in Arkansas. They start comparing notes. They all realize they're looking at the same phantom assets, the same fake foundation. The walls are closing in. Fast. They schedule a meeting. All the state regulators are going to fly to Frankel's compound in Connecticut. They want to see the money. In person. They give him a date. Frankel freaks the hell out. He knows it's over. The party is done. The night before the regulators are set to arrive, it's pure chaos inside the compound. He orders his goons to unalive all the evidence. Shredders are running non-stop, just eating mountains of documents. They're smashing computers, destroying hard drives. Frankel himself is running around like a madman. He takes a pile of hard drives and documents, shoves them into the fireplaces in his mansion, and tries to burn everything. But he uses too much paper. The flames roar up the chimneys, setting the whole damn mansion on fire. The fire department shows up, alarms are blaring, and in the middle of all this chaos, Martin Frankel grabs a bag stuffed with over $1 million worth of diamonds and his fake passports, and just vanishes into the night. He's gone, an international fugitive. The feds take over the compound. They find what's left, and they find the adult tapes, the astrological charts, the shredded documents, and they find the financial records. They finally piece it all together. $200 million, gone, vanished. A global manhunt kicks off. Where do you find a nerdy recluse with unlimited cash? Frankel flees to Rome. He's trying to get the Monsignor to help him hide, but the guy finally realizes he's been played, so Frankel runs again. He ends up in Hamburg, Germany. He's staying at a luxury hotel, trying to keep a low profile. He's using a fake name, David Ross. He's trying to wire money, trying to access his diamonds. He thinks he's home free, but he gets caught in the most ridiculous way. And it's not some brilliant detective work that gets him. It's a woman at the hotel, another guest. She recognizes his face, not from the news, but from a picture she saw in a financial newspaper she was reading. She calls the cops. German police storm his hotel room, and they find him, Martin Frankel, not in his fortress, not surrounded by his harem, just a scared guy in a hotel room with a bunch of fake passports and a bag of diamonds. They cuff him. The mugshot is perfect. This smug, defeated look on his face, the king of the compound, is finally brought down. So what's the final bill? The insurance companies are bankrupt. Thousands of people who paid their premiums for years are left with absolutely nothing. The $200 million is never recovered. It's just gone. Evaporated into Frankel's fantasy world. Frankel gets extradited back to the U.S. He pleads guilty. The judge sentences him to nearly 17 years in federal prison. He gets out in 2020. He built a kingdom on lies, a bizarre world of sin, astrology, and stolen money, all orchestrated by a nerdy little dude from Ohio who just wanted to break all the rules. And for a while, he did.